y changing by each time?
By 4.
By 4. How much is x changing by each time?
By 2.
By 2. Okay, so the answer here is y equals 4/2 times x,
Okay.
where 4 is the change in y, 2 is the change in x. Does this look familiar to you, writing something like this?
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what you've been doing. Okay, because the first one I gave you really weren't, you seem like, oh, I've never seen this before, so I want to make sure that I actually know whether you've seen it or not. Now let's say x equals 8. What would the y value be?
The y value would be 16.
16. Good. Okay. I like hearing that. Okay. So have you seen this? Y equals mx plus b?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, let's try another here. All right. So let me make another table here. Grab another table. I'll fill it in. All right. So here's a new problem for us to look at. Sometimes the first lesson, I'm just sort of figuring out where to go with you. So let's go 0, -3, -6, -9. So can you tell me what is the change from 0 to -3?
You're going down by 3.
Okay. And so that's think of that as subtracting 3. What would be the equation then?
It would be y equals x minus 3.
Okay, I can see why you would say that. This one is -3 times x. All right, now maybe let's say this. Have you guys like tested your equations by putting like x values in?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Striking out here a lot. All right, let me do something else here. I'm gonna make a quick graph, and then I'm going to see if I can get you to tell me the equation from the graph. I saw that as one of the possibilities that you might see. All right, so here we go. I'm going to snip this in. Just a moment here. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's a line, equation of a line. Again, this is just me asking. Try to see if you can write the equation for me from this graph.
So y equals 4x.
Yes. Now, how did you get that? How did you get the 4?
Because it's going on the it's like going up by 4.
Okay, so it goes up 4. That's true. How much to the right does it go?
1, because it's on the 1 line.
Yes. So notice it's really 4 divided by 1x, which is 4x. Is that okay or not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me give you another one here. That went well. So let me try this one. Okay. So here's a new one to look at. Made it just a tiny bit more difficult just to see if that resonates with you. So could you and take your time here. There's no rush tonight. You know, we're not on a like we got to get so many problems done in the hour. We're just working on math. Take your time here, see what you come up with for this.
So I'm not quite sure, but would it be x equals, or y equals x minus 3?
So you've done that a couple of times now, but this one you did really well. This one you said it's 4 up and 1 to the right. So let's try to use that again.
Okay,
So start from 0, 0. Are you going up or down to get to this next point?
you're going down
How much are you going down?
by 6.
Okay, so we call down negative in the math world, so that's -6. How much to the right are you going?
You're going 2 to the right.
You're the right. So right is always positive. What is -6 divided by 2?
-3.
Okay, so this is y equals -3x.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try another one. There's some positives there. You had the right number, it just wasn't in the right place. So but that's good. That's better than, give me something that's totally wrong. We don't want that. All right, now let me do another one here. Let me go. Okay, so here's a new graph for us to look at. Okay, I'd like you to try to do the same thing here.
So you're going over by 6.
But you have to go, okay, you have to go up or down first. Up or down first, meaning like,
So up 3.
okay, that's the top number.
And then over 6.
So right 6. What does this reduce to?
It reduces to 1/2.
So you got to go the up or down first. This time you're going up 3.
Over
That's
6.
yeah. Let's use the word right. Right is preferred in math. Up is okay. Right is okay. Let's try another one. Okay, so here is a new problem for you to look at. Is this easy to see? Are you able to see this on the screen, or is it working out?
Let me see. It's still like so. Oh.
What I'm asking is like, is the handwriting big enough? Are you able,
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
I
able
can see
to?
that.
Okay. All right. So give this one a try, please. It's more difficult than the last, but I think you can do it. It's
Okay.
same
So
process though. Up or down, then right, then right.
down 6.
Okay.
And then right 9.
Okay. So when you say down 6, what does that mean as a number?
-6.
Okay. And what goes on the bottom?
The 9.
Okay, good. What does this reduce to?
It reduces to -2/3.
Yes. Good. Okay. I feel like we can check the boxes on kind of the first few things here. Let me graph 2 lines now and just ask you about some other things here. Okay, so let me snip this in. All right. And this is almost, it's like more of a vocabulary question in math. And the question is, which line is deeper? And if you're not sure, just say so, because I don't want you to guess the wrong one.
The purple one,
Purple one is, yep, that is correct.
because
Okay.
it has it's like it's going more almost straight.
So I always think of it like, which would you prefer to walk on? If you've ever done any hiking, steeper is tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough, or just on a hill. That's, that's the other kind of way to think about it. Good, really good. All right. So let's do some equivalent rates. So these are typically word problems. So I want to be careful here that I grab some that are okay. I don't like any of these. So I'm going to go to my email real quick here and find some that will be a little better for us to work on. Not that one. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put a problem in front of you. It's kind of like we've been doing. If you get it correct, great. If you don't, that's okay. I just want to see where you're at here. So take a look at this. I know it's a story problem. It's not as good as seeing an equation, but give this a try. How are you doing on this one?
So I think I have like the proportions. So
Okay,
like
yes, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Where,
so
what did you put in the top left?
I don't know if this is right, but I put like 30 minutes.
That's
And
fine.
then,
So we're gonna put time
you
up
could
here.
or you could flip it. And then for the bottom, a 0.2.
Okay, so that's the amount of rain. So think of this as the given information. And on the right, here's what you're trying to find.
So then it would be X on the other
Okay,
side,
and what about down here?
and then 1.
All right. Now this is the important question: is how do you solve this?
So
Because I can. There's a couple ways I can show you, but I don't want to go different than maybe what you're seeing in class.
so we do like the butterfly method where you like
Yes.
cross multiply
Yes.
almost.
Okay. Can you do that for me here?
Yeah, so 30 times 1 is 30. And
Okay.
then you have to divide 0.
You're still multiplying. You can just write it like this. I mean, for now.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is where maybe you would rewrite the decimal.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would 0.2 be as a fraction?
2 over 10.
Okay. Can you reduce that?
That would be 1 over 5.
Good. So you can write 30 equals 1 over 5 times x. Or another way to write this is where you just put the x in the numerator, x divided by 5.
Okay.
All right. So how do you how do you undo division by 5?
I do not know.
Okay, then that's where, yeah, I was wondering how you guys said you did you multiply both sides by 5.
Yeah, okay. And then,
So on the right, they cancel.
yeah, so you get 1 and 1.
Okay. And yeah, ones just cancel. So the right side is just the thing you're trying to find, which is x. What about the left side? What does the left side become?
You multiply them, right?
Yes.
So the left side becomes 80.
Try again, 5 times 30.
Oh, 150.
150. Good. Really good. Okay. So one of the really important things about solving proportions is to make sure that your variables, it's either in the top left or it's in the top right. You don't want your variable to be in the bottom. At this point, you would really struggle to answer that, how to do that. But we'll see here. So let me throw a new problem in front of you, and let me show you how I do these, because I think that could maybe help. So let's take a look at a new problem here. I'll help you set this up and work this out. So it says on a map, two cities measure 6.2 centimeters apart. If the scale of the map is 5 centimeters per 10 miles, then how many miles apart are the cities? So this is what I do. I always put the unknown in the top left. I always do that. And then I have to indicate, well, what is the unknown? It's the miles apart. And so on the right here, I tend to put the given information. So the given information is miles up top, but then centimeters on the bottom. So it's 10 miles to 5 centimeters, 6.2 there. So
Okay.
there's always given information than what you're trying to find. If you prefer to put the given information over here on the left, that's fine. Just make sure you put your X in the top right. Like I mentioned, it's either top left or top right for your X. And we basically made like a little table here.
Mhm.
Okay, so to solve this, what do you see here? What do you see for solving? Are you content to do that butterfly method?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I ask some students about the butterfly method, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm glad you already know it. It's 5 times X equals 10 times 6.2. What does the right side become?
The right side becomes
Yes. What is 10 times 6.2?
62.
62. Right. From here, you divide both by 5. And I'm assuming this is something you covered this year. Do you remember how to do your long division?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you to work this out. It is a decimal, but it's only to it's only to the 10th place. So give that a try. If you have questions, I'll help you work that out.
Okay. 12.4.
That was fast. Yeah, really good. Excellent. Now you should give units to your answer, and that's where you got to almost go back and be like, what were we even finding? We were finding miles.
Okay.
We're finding the miles. So it's easy to leave that out, but just something to think about. Okay. Okay. So let me give you one to try. You can set it up however you want. I just want the final answer. And then we'll maybe move on to another topic here. So take a look at that. I just want your final answer. But if you have questions, of course, please ask.
So for the last part where you have to divide, because right now I have 36.
Okay.
Would
So
you?
it sounds like you've got a small mistake. So tell me what you've got in the top left here.
So on the top left, I have X.
Okay. So that is the number of bikes.
Bikes.
And that's what you're trying to find. That's fine. So that means you need the hours on the bottom. How many hours are they interested in?
8.
8. Okay. And then the given information is some number of bikes and some number of hours.
Yeah. So it's
What is
12 hours and 12 bikes in 3 hours.
Yes. Now, this is correct. And everything you told me is correct. I know it's easier when someone's helping you step through it. What you said is different because I heard 36 and there's no way to get 36 from unless you multiply 12 and 3. So if you diagonally multiply, which I would recommend you do, like you said, butterfly, you will get the correct answer. How are you doing on this one?
So I have for my division, I have 30 point something. But I know
Okay,
that-
so I'm still not hearing the right thing. So did you take 8 and multiply by 12?
yeah,
What is that?
96.
96, good. And then equals 3x. 96 does go in, or 3 goes into 96 evenly. So give that another look there. There's no, you can long divide, but both of these are divisible by 3.
$32.
It is 32. Good. Okay. Good. So do you want another one of these or not?
I think we're good.
You're good. Okay. I like hearing that. All right. So let's go to a new problem here. Make it pretty simple. What is 10% of 35?
So I learned 2 ways to do it. So you could multiply, or you could like use a proportion.
Either way for me, I'm going to move to a more difficult problem based on this or less difficult based on this. So however you feel like you would do it is fine with me.
I forgot how to do this problem.
Okay. Do you want me to, so let's try, are you trying the multiplication method?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 35 now, and what do you multiply by? You have to first convert 10% to a decimal. Do you remember how to do that?
Mhm.
How do you convert it to decimal then?
You put it over 100.
That's right. Or you can move the decimal to the left 2 places, which is exactly what dividing by 100 is.
Mhm.
So it ends up being 0.1.
Okay.
You're taking 0.1 and you're multiplying by 35. So to do this, you put them right over each other with the decimal. Now it'll get more difficult when I add something else, but could you try multiplying these for me?
3.5.
It is 3.5. Good. So you had the decimal in the right place. All right. So now, how about this one? What is 8% of 42? Wait, hang on a second. I'm picking bad numbers. Let's do give me just a moment. I'm trying to find some better problems, but I'm struggling here because I didn't know kind of what direction we're going to go in. So let me let's go. I don't want to do that. Okay. So let me redo the problem here. What is 12% of 120? So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to convert this to a decimal, multiply, move the decimal the appropriate number of spaces.
$14.40.
Okay, 14.4. All right. Now here's a problem to try. Which is greater, 40% or 2/5. Have you seen problems like this?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need a hint, let me know.
Can they be equal?
Yes.
Okay, they're
Very
equal.
good. Very good. So you either convert the percent to a decimal or and then the fraction to a decimal. That's kind of the best. They've got to be the same form. Like you can't, that you've heard apples to oranges, maybe, and if someone says that.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful with that. All right. So here is a more difficult problem, but probably not for you. You seem to have this down. Just checking all the possibilities of things you might see. What is 155% of 8?
I don't know if this is right, but 0.124.
Okay, you have the right numbers, and my guess is that you did not convert this to a decimal properly. What did we say about how to convert that to a decimal?
Oh, you go 2 places over.
Yeah, so that means to the left, 2 plus 1, 2. So it's really 1.55 times 8, which is what you gave me
So
all the right numbers, but the decimal's in the wrong place.
1.24.
Try again. Try and see. So you're multiplying 1 point. So it's better to put the one with more digits on the top when you're multiplying. And when I say more digits, it doesn't matter where the decimal is, just the one with more digits, more numbers. Give that one more try.
12.4.
Yes, yes, very good. So this percent to decimal, that's the kind of thing you see on a standardized test. And we might look at some questions here short. Let me throw one more percentage problem at you. And while you're doing that, you know if this test is multiple choice that you're taking?
I don't know. It's to get into like accelerated
Yeah.
here.
Okay. So
So,
give it a look, please.
okay. I don't know if this is right, but 480.
Again, all the right numbers. What did you convert 200 to? What did you multiply by? What is that as a decimal?
20.0.
So it's 200 with the decimal here, once, twice.
So
Yes. Because you'll find that like if this were a multiple choice test, all of those answers would be on there.
so 48.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let me just throw a few other like little random things here. I'm hoping we get to do another lesson later this week. Let's see, but yeah. So take a look at this.
So I know you do the parentheses first.
It's true, but these are actually not needed because you're just adding and subtracting. Like you can think of this as 1 plus -5 without the parentheses.
Okay.
Plus -2 without the parentheses. Plus -7.
So far, I have -4 plus 12 plus -3.
Okay, yep, keep going. Doing great.
And then would be 5.
You're fine. Very good. So what you were referring to initially is order of operations. And this tells you to do what's in parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication, division, then addition and subtraction. So let me give you a quick problem before maybe we get to a more difficult one here, to evaluate each expression. So this one requires you to use order of operations.
Is it A, 3?
Okay, how confident are you in your answer?
I mean, like medium.
Okay, that's fine. So what did you do first? Did you divide or multiply first?
I just multiply first.
Okay, yeah, and that's a common mistake because you have to do, so multiplication and division have the same precedent. I'm gonna just step over for just a moment, please. Be right back. Okay, I am back. I apologize for that. I thought there was one out the door. There's not. So when you have multiplication and division, you do them in the order you see them in. So you have to actually divide first. What is 6 divided by 3?
2
2. 2 times 4 next.
is 8.
Okay. And then 8 minus 5 is
3.
3. Now I'm sort of wondering how you got 3 if you did the multiplication first, but my guess is that you did the division in the wrong order. You do have to do it from left to right. Like so be clear here, like 12 divided by 6 is 2.
Yeah.
6 divided by 12 is 1/2. They're not the same.
It was just opposite for me, so I just had like what you did.
Yes.
So 12 divided by 6 is 2.
Okay, so let's try another one. I'm just gonna make one up here. Let's go 40 divided by 8 times 2 minus 3. Could you try this for me, please?
Seven.
The 7, good. All right, so it kind of gives you a feel for what the lessons are going to be like. We'll just stop here for a moment, get some feedback from you. Go ahead and